Hi guys, in this video we are going to see how to pump a challenging front wing with little lift and little glide. Where is the limit? Can the impossible become possible with a lot of training, developing good muscle memory? Let me introduce today's front wing. This is the fluid LT with a wingspan of 85 cm, a surface of 1250 square centimeters, aspect ratio of 6.5 and a thickness of 1.7 centimeters. Due to this quite small surface for a low aspect ratio, this front wing is not made for pumping. I was using and still using this front wing wingfoiling. During the first session, I was not sure it would work. My strategy was to jump on the board, slightly going down to take speed, putting some pressure on my front foot. This was the idea and it was not successful at all. After the first session, I made a quick investigation online to check if someone already did it. The answer was yes, so it was a very big motivation for me to keep going. From the experience of the first session, I wanted to start the second session changing 3 points. The first one, it was to be more explosive on the dock. 3 steps, this is fine, but it had to be more dynamic, more explosive to reach a higher speed. The second point was to be more consistent with the positioning of my back foot on the board when I jumped on it. The back foot has to be slightly in front of the mast. And the third point, it was the behavior of the board during the transition phase. So I had to keep the board flat first, and then I had to push down with my back leg above the mast to start climbing straight away. During the first session, I figured out that if I put some pressure, even a little bit pressure, on my front foot when I don't have that much speed, I will lose the connection with the foil straight away. So the key was to remain connected with the foil via my back leg. After a couple of tries, so I did manage during the second session to start pumping consistently this front wing for the first time. So I was very happy about it. This sport is just amazing because with a lot of training, focusing on your muscle memory, on the technique, you are going always to be able to achieve new things, to have so much fun on the water. During the second session, it worked better and better. I had for a couple of tries some difficulties to turn efficiently, not losing speed. I pushed a little bit too much on the front leg, losing the connection with the foil. I had to work on this, not losing speed while turning because I was falling too far away from the dock. Let's summarize the most important points of this second session. Explosive steps on the dock. Be very dynamic, jump far and forward on the board. When you jump on the board, be precise where you put your feet. The front foot has to be a bit in front of the mast. Keep the board flat, push on your back leg above the mast to connect with your foil and to start climbing. Bring your legs upwards to climb as far as possible. Since the glide and the lift for such a small front wing are limited, you need to pump with a high frequency to stay above the speed that you need to keep flying. I did manage to take the camera with me, so you can see how it looks to pump such a front wing. So as I said, the frequency is very high to keep a high speed, and I'm always connected to the foil via the back leg. This is really the key. If I push alone on the front foot, I'm going to lose the connection. So what I need, this is always to push with my back leg very quickly with a high frequency and getting as light as possible when the board and the foil is climbing. I did a third session where I changed the length of the mast, and it was very challenging, as you can see. Previously, for the last two sessions, I used a 79 centimeters length mast. As you can see, the dock is quite high, so this is a couple of centimeters above the surface of the water. So the higher the mast is, the easier it is to get started. Even more than 79 centimeters would be better. I have a 70 centimeters mast, and in this session I tried to get started with this 70 centimeters mast. It was much more challenging because with a shorter mast, so the starting position is even less comfortable, my upper body is more bent, and when I jump on the board during the transition phase, I have less space between the water and the board. So it means less time, I have to be more precise, more reactive to start pumping quicker. This is kind of crazy because just changing one parameter, it was quite confusing for me, and I needed a couple of tries to adjust myself and to make it work. Fortunately, after a couple of tries, it did work. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. Pump foiling, this is just an amazing activity. There are always new things to do, new challenges. This is awesome. So get started. In the coming weeks, I'm going to try to beach start this setup, so this front wing for the first time. Let's see how it goes. So see you soon, guys.